Who is at risk of long COVID? A study from 2021 looked at what might be the risk factors for being left with long COVID after you've had a COVID-like illness or actually tested positive for COVID. Now, this is not the complete deal, but we do have an understanding that there are about 8 to 9 factors that have been picked up as highly likely to give someone the risk of being left with long COVID. First of all, unfortunately, it's been shown that it is very common in women. So just being of the female sex puts you at a possible risk of long COVID. The second is the age group between 30 to 70. So this is the economically productive age group in society. So that's again a risk factor that's there. And people who have already got pre-existing mental health conditions, pre-existing asthma, pre-existing diabetes, they are all at risk of long COVID. People who have had lots of symptoms in the initial phase, or people who have been developing autoantibodies, or also another group of people who are at risk of having long COVID or being left with long COVID there. And there's also now this recent suggestion that people who have had an Epstein-Barr virus infection in the past may also be at risk of being left with long COVID. One last thing that has also been looked at, and it's not necessarily a risk for long COVID, but we are seeing patients who have been left with symptoms very, very similar to long COVID after vaccination. It's still not clear whether vaccination itself is a risk or not, and certainly I would be of the opinion that vaccination definitely prevents severe acute COVID. There's no doubt about it. But there are definitely people who have a bad reaction to vaccination, and sometimes their immune systems react in such a way and are left so affected that their symptoms are very much like long COVID. That's something we are noticing as well. And so we need to be aware that in some people, vaccination itself may be risking leaving them with long COVID-like symptoms. Hi, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to hear and see more, then please click the subscribe button and hit the notifications button so that you'll know when the next video is released.